On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. He gets away from one. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now this time, Rodgers will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Check back. Watch the safety creep. Hey, check 26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. Baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
It's just me and you. It's just
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go, 42, 42. Let's go, one more.
Now Jackson, going to throw again. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
What we got? Check. Easy.
On first down, Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. 26. Slam. Check it back. X3. 218. Tough.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, your arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And some space here. Past the 20. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 46 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Hey, take 26. 36. Line.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Rodgers to throw once more. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Right. 6, line 36. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch 36.
To throw again, Rodgers. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike, go. Tighten up.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Now, Mike 42. Mike 42, check. Mike 42.
They'll run here with Ingram, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina, and then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. A beautiful fake. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. On 1st down, it's Ingram, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
42 to Mike. Check tight, check tight, check tight. Check 42. Try. 42.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson steps away to his left. Snead's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Kill.
Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Short. Screen. Watch the screen. Go. Watch the screen. Mike 42. Mike 42. Come for you.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike 42. Ball. Coming to you. Mike, put it right.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, bro. Let's bring it. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic. All day.
Here's Jackson throwing again. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it second and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. They'll run it with Jones. He's got a first down past the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second down 6 at the 41.
On second down, it's Jones. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's all